Hello, my name's Kev F. I'm running through my TV of the year 2024, and this is part 5, I think, the sequel zone, where I look at shows that could have been in the charts higher up, but really they're just subsequent shows of something that was better the first time around. And number 10, Winning Time. You know, it should be called Showtime, but they couldn't call it Showtime because Showtime was there. So it's the one about the Lakers, Series 2. This had the feeling of a show that was a bit cut off. Number 9, Blue Lights, Series 2. Very good. Number 8, Wolf Hall, Series 2. It seems weird to call this novel adaptation Series 2, but that's really what it is, The Mirror and the Light, which it wasn't as compelling as the first series, as if somebody had given the instruction, walk slower and leave more pauses between every line. Number 7, Sherwood, Series 2. It's a hard one to spin into a second series, which they managed with a totally different cast, in a totally different location, telling a totally different story. It mostly worked. Number 6, Show Trial 2. More so than Sherwood, it's only the title that remained. It's quite puzzling to see why they gave it the same title as a totally different play from 3 years ago. I don't know. Still, into the sequel zone it goes. Number 5 in the sequels or second series. Well, this was the 11th and 12th series of Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's taken a long time to get to the end of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and the final 2 seasons have been its most variable, but as ever, parts of it were excellent. Number 4, Season 5 of Barry, which, by the way, was quite hard to find. If you were watching this on Now TV, it disappeared just when you were ready to watch it at the end of last year or the start of this year. It's hard for a 5th and final season to have the impact of the first, and this show had morphed from a comedy into a very, very dark drama, so it's good to have the story rounded off, but it's an odd journey for it to have gone on. Number 3 in the sequels of the year, The Devil's Hour. I would have said it was an impossible show to make a second series of The Devil's Hour with Peter Capaldi, but it wasn't impossible. It was hard to follow. If you'd missed out any of it, or if you weren't paying complete attention, it was a mystery. But it rewarded the diligent and remains one of the cleverest sci-fi concepts of the year. If you haven't watched it, you must watch Season 1 of The Devil's Hour, which you really do have to stick with, and then Season 2 will possibly make some sense. Number 2 in my sequels of the year, Reacher. Season 2 of Reacher. It lost its oomph part of the way through, but it was still great entertainment. And number 1 in my sequels of the year was The Responder, and I realise as I look behind me I should have chosen a portrait-shaped picture from it, not a landscape picture. Anyway, it looks like a show called Durr, and it was The Responder. It was excellent, really powerful stuff by author Tony Schumacher. So there's my top 10 of the shows that really just were second series. Now we're going to move on to the rest of my chart, where we're going to see the low end of the chart from number 30 to number 11, and the biggest disappointment of the year.